Error 404. No camera found. Where'd it go? Hello? Why is that? I'm very confused. Give me one. I love starting to stream with little empty space. As I am trying to fix this, how's everybody doing? Oh, I see why. My camera got nuked. That makes more sense. I had to change some stuff in the scene collection, and I guess that kind of took my camera away. That's a first. And then the streamer said, let there be face cam. Well, that was a thing. How's everybody doing? We're here to play the last bit of Shadow Generations for now, because I know about that movie DLC that's coming literally, I think, later this week. But we're here for the final session of the main game. We only have a few things left, and we would, at that point, have 100% completion in Shadow Generations. So I'll revisit probably for the movie DLC at a later date, but for right now, I'm mainly wanting to focus on finishing the main campaign, and we're basically at that point. So, swapping over to the game, I want to immediately start out by talking about the big obvious one, which was last week we were going for all of the remaining nuts and bolts, but needless to say, I wasn't going to do that on stream. I was only going to go so far. Also, I do think, yeah, there's no game audio, which I know why that's happening. And it's because, like, I literally had to reset up things, and now everything's breaking. My favorite. I love when things don't work correctly. Thankfully, this is a quick and easy fix. This is literally like, what, a repeat of last week? With similar problems, except now with a different game. Kind of funny. So if I just change over this audio device here to use this. Okay, that half worked. I think I have to reboot the game for the next step, which I love having to redo things on the fly. Alright, this should be fine now. So, as I was saying, last week we were working on trying to get the remaining nuts and bolts, and I found a majority. 77 to be exact. I was missing 3 by the end of our stream. And I figured there's no way I'm sitting through all this on a stream. It could take literal hours even. I wouldn't know. It's one of those situations where I had so many areas to check with no guide and also no reference point, because these things don't show up on the map like the other collectibles do. But you may notice over in the corner it says 6 of the nuts are collected, which means now we have a total of 80. So, what was it, a couple days after I finished this stream, I went back and worked on getting the rest of the things we needed. So, it wasn't actually that bad. It only took me about maybe, what was it, 20 minutes I would like to say? Somewhere around there. It wasn't terrible. But one of them was literally in the very beginning area here, which was kind of funny. I missed this one. I could have got this within 5 minutes. It's one of the earliest nuts you can get. Same for this one here. That's right next to the Dumai in the center of the map. Also could have got this very early on as well, so that's unfortunate that we missed this for so long. But hey, very easy to miss because of the camera. The final one, off in the distance here, as we can see from the Space Colony Arc stage in the Doom Morph section. Again, very easy to miss this one because it's just kind of there, out in the open area. So I'm not surprised I missed that as well. But that's it. That gives us a total of 80 nuts and bolts. So we have all of the collectibles now in the hub world. So, now we have all the nuts. Let's turn them into Orbon Cubot and see what happens.
Deeply appreciated.
Gracious. Thank you for your generosity. Well, for starters, I get an achievement. Rocket has been completed?
Excellent.
And the achievement has a question mark. Because it's not a rocket. It's a cuckoo clock. Oh, great. You guys couldn't find the schematics on this thing before we put it all together? Oh, joy. Oh, rapture. The rocket is finally complete. And there's the little flicky bird. It just looks like a clock.
Sorry, no.
Egad. It's because it is a clock. So much for our Flicky Island vacation. Well, at least we got to see the one Flicky in the end. and we get Virtual Reality Supporting Me remix, so the remix version of the song from Sonic Forces. Kind of a weird place to get that song, but hey, that I think was our last song we needed to get too for song's sake. So that's it. That's all the collectibles. Also, on the map, there's a total of, I believe it was 10 challenges. And we got all 10 challenges completed. So at this point, now we're just going around doing hard mode stuff. This is the big one. So I'm gonna go back to the center of the world map, go to this Doom Eye box, and we're going to activate it. So now we're gonna go into the Doom Zone, because we get one new challenge per set of challenge gates. All of the challenges in the whole overworld have changed, which means there's 10 brand new ones. And the bosses have also gotten affected by this, except the final boss. But Fire Lizard, Metal Overlord, and Mephiles, all three of those now have a hard mode. So we still have a lot more of the game left. So let's activate the Doom Zone here for one. And now we can start doing things around the overworld. I think I'll start off with the overworld challenges first, because they're going to be the hardest to track since they're only on the map. So makes it easier for me just to have things set. Now, they're all in the same locations as the other challenges, so it shouldn't be too hard to find these. And plus, we already know where they're all at on the map. We can see those little... Actually, if I zoom in here, it's a better example. We can see all of the hard mode stuff in purple. And you can see the challenges are brand new because they're purple as well. So let's go to that purple triangle.
Out of my way.
I love how I went from one challenge to another. I guess we're doing this one first. To be fair, I screwed that one up a little too much, so I think this is probably better. Okay. This kind of works. This section I don't remember being a thing in the normal layouts. This must be hard mode exclusive. There we go. Cool. And that was a great. Neat. Alright, let's go back to the other one. Well, for one, we got some artwork. Alright, let's go back to the Space Colony one. I want to try this one again. Now, it's more than enough to also use Doom Wings, so I'm going to do that. It's helping right now. We're doing the ring missions first. My sound effects kind of got screwed up, though, from that. That's kind of weird. Wouldn't be a Sonic game without something breaking. Also, wouldn't be one of my streams without something breaking, too, so that's kind of ironic for a start. Looks like this franchise was made for me. And for those who are wondering, yes, that was the Sonic Boom quote. If you know, you know.
Get out of my way.
Wait, what was the point in that? I can't get up there, so what's the point? I gotta go around for this. Okay, that was barely enough time. That's kind of a dumb way of getting... They should have just spawned a spring in the middle. You shoot up, hit the rainbow ring, and then you're launched upwards for a new path. That would have made more sense, I'm just saying. Alright, it's 2 challenges here, so we'll just take care of those while we're near Rail Canyon. Okay, it's a little close to the Orbot and Cubot. We'll be around here. Okay, here we go. Another ring challenge! Gee, would've guessed. Oh, I should have went on the left, apparently. That's more rings. This one's kind of slow. Okay, we're good. I probably could have had enough rings for that section. As soon as we have the Chaos Control music playing from Shadow the Hedgehog, I know I'm not getting a grate. But it's not really that big of a deal. If I want grates, I'll go for them my own time, because they're really not important, as we've been told already. Where's in relation? Oh, it's on the platform right here. Okay. Yeah, you can also see the challenge in the sky for a split moment. As long as I'm close enough, I can see it. Gee, who would guess? Hey, what's our next challenge? If you guess ring challenge, you're probably a dev because you put these everywhere. Why? Dude, I'm just trying to go straight, but the camera keeps on turning me. I love missing every ring. I love it. Yeah, these hard mode challenges are really strict in terms of timing, because I barely have enough time for half these. Dude. Are you serious? Oh, by 0.36, I thought I was failing that. I was a little too close for comfort. Okay, is there any challenges near where I'm at currently? No. If anything, I'm better off going back to a different area. I'll do Rail Canyon first. There it is. Yeah, gee, who would have guessed? More rings! You can never have too many rings. I'm gonna just quote everything from Boon tonight, which is so weird. It's the game I don't remember much of anything from, but yet has some of those quotable lines because of how stupid that game's dialogue set is. That's a turnaround arrow, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it was telling me to do. So I guess if I get the time before it's the last 10 seconds, that might be good enough for great and hard mode. How strict this is. Okay, where is that mission? Oh, it's up in Chaos Island.
Reach.
I love how these challenges also are technically the time clocks from Space Colony Arc and the Sonic Adventure 2 levels. Like from the final one specifically, I guess is a good example. Okay, got it. This is extremely tight. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, that way. I'm not gonna have enough time for that. Oh, crap. This one's really strict. We're gonna let it fail, because I'm pretty much done anyways. We'll do a different challenge, which, can you guess what it is? How did I miss that ring? Okay. That was pretty good ring routing, because that was a good score at the end. I gotta wait, because I can't warp until I get my collection item. Alright, from here, there's nothing nearby. I'm probably better off, I would say at this point, going over to Sunset Heights. Yeah, here's the challenge. Like, actually, that's not the one I was even looking at. Yeah, let me get the one behind me first. Well, after this, I'm gonna have more than enough rings to stay in the Doom Power for a while, just saying. Doom wings forever. That's not enough. I think it was supposed to be enough, but it's not. How was that still great? That was the worst routing. Like, I was good in the King of the Valley challenge, but this one, ugh. Terrible. I should probably just get the one that's in front of me instead. I seen you at the distance earlier. I really love rings. Kind of weird how pretty much every challenge here for the hard mode is just a ring challenge. Seems kind of dumb, honestly. Like, did you run out of ideas or something? Feels like there was plenty of other challenges you could have done for hard mode besides just oops all rings. And then the one timer challenge. I'm guessing that's it. Well, that kind of sucks. If I knew that was it, I could have prepared better. I'm not grabbing all these, there's way too many rings. It'll take too long. Like, in some cases, you are better off cutting off your ring collection. Just take the loss.
All too easy.
Alright, now where do I go? There's one nearby. I think the center one's the last one we have, besides the Chaos Island one. I'll get this, and I'll go back to Chaos Island. That one seems to be the hardest mission. Find out the most optimal path. I'm right here. You serious? If I land here, I'll get enough boost. That should be enough to make the whole grip. There we go. Okay, that's actually a good spot, because I was actually working my way over here. I don't have enough time. Dude, the time ones are so hard. I'll try this one instead. Doesn't matter which timer challenge I do, because either way, I'm ending this with a timer challenge. Because you don't have that much time before this is over and you can't warp. They'll know where to go for shortcuts. That's basically it. I can't fly over the whole map. Right? No, I actually can. Okay, never mind. Makes that a little bit easier. Ooh, I can take a pit stop on the Radical Highway section. That can help. Then I'll get some of my boost back. I'm gonna just assume it's over here. Yep, I made a really bad call. See, if you don't know where you're going for this stuff, it can really screw you. Yeah, I failed. I'm just gonna go to a random challenge to kill this or something. I didn't know I had to go all the way up there to the top of the boss. So I took the wrong path and I didn't have enough time. Yeah, that's the problem. You gotta know these paths. If you don't know where you're going, it's gonna make this kind of challenge way harder. I heard people say that this was kind of the worst part of the challenges, is the ones in the hard mode version. Some people said they had barely any enough time to finish these, and I can see why now. I have an idea. Dude. Come on. Well, I got screwed over by the camera there, because I tried to jump, and I couldn't see where it was going. Fun. Cancel it. I don't want to waste any more time. I really just wish there was like try over. Oh, wait, no, isn't there? Hang on. I thought I saw options as my second option, not retry. I'll try when this is going. Oh, I could just quit now. Huh, okay, so I don't have to keep on interacting with something else. I can just warp. Well, that makes this a little better. So as long as the timer at the top of the Kingdom Valley area there, where's the Kingdom Valley? Yeah, it's close enough. As long as it's the Metal Overlord timer is the final one, I should say, I can work with that. Shortcut. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough juice. Come on, Shadow. Fly faster. Alright, just enough. Oh, yeah, why am I thinking this was the other challenge for a minute? I'm like, where am I going? Thinking it was the one over in the platforming section over near Kingdom Valley. No, not even close. That's going to Metal Overlord. One bad jump, that's all it takes. I really also wish that this specific stage select would not always put me at the top, because I would love a faster way to get to my stages without whipping out the mouse. If you're on console, you're not doing that, so it's just a bunch of menuing. Cool. Hit the Radical Highway section, the refill, just to be safe, because I barely made it last time. With Doom Wings, you have to be on the ground for your meter to refill, so I have to be very careful. Route out all my boosting here, just to, well, play it safe. I really don't like how you keep on defaulting over that direction now. Kind of dumb. I want to go straight, not to the left. Now where? Wow, that's far. I'm assuming we're going in here. I really hope I'm right. Oh, I think I was right. Good call. This is like taking me all throughout the whole map. Holy crap. Like, where are we going? Alright, that was it. Holy crap, that was the worst roundabout path and that could have took. Eggman's Facility, Rhythm Balance Remix. I don't even remember that song from Forces, but honestly, the songs you remember from that game are all the wrong ones. It's the songs that stand out for a bad reason, one or another. Plus Knuckles, how you doing? Thanks for the compliment, appreciate it. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream. Actually, I think this might be slightly faster. Go to the rail. I think this should be fine, because it puts me near the top. Yeah, I gotta land. Oh, that's right, because the level geometry, that's gonna stop my flying for a minute, of course. Gotta remember that. I gotta land. I don't know if this is gonna be possible now. No, 2 seconds, that's impossible. Actually, I'm near it. So, I gotta get a good route for that first clock. That should save me enough time to beeline over to this other one. Your Rail Candy, much better. I don't think I want to use Doom Surf, though. I think that's going to be a problem on speed. Doom Surf is kind of slow. You only get one boost, so that does not help. Not to mention, when you get out of the water, if you don't jump, you get that weird bounce maneuver. The boosting with the wings is way faster. Actually, I think it's faster in here, the overworld, than just using normal boosting. Feels like it. Overworld travel, you don't have as much top speed. It's very obvious on that one. Wait a minute, I have an idea. I'm gonna cancel that specific attempt. I'm gonna try to go for the spring from the Metal Overlord fight. If I can hit that rail, which gives me the spring that takes me to Kingdom Valley, that should be just enough extra speed. It'll take me straight to where I need to go. If I play my cards right, I can fly out of it, go right for the timer. If I do all that, I think that'll save me like a good 5 seconds, maybe? I just gotta get a lot of height up this jump. So I have an idea for that. Yeah, this will work now. Perfect. That did save a lot of time. Alright, where are we going now? I have no idea. I'll assume it's this way. Good call. Good call. Okay, Doom Tower, that's pretty easy. I don't even need to use more for this. I can't tell where that is. The camera's not doing me justice. It's gotta be up in this section based on... Yeah, there it is. It's like, it's up here based on where the camera keeps on pointing that arrow towards. Where am I going? Wait, what? No! Shadow, you idiot! That was at the end stretch, too! Ah, oh, crap, I have no time anymore. I gotta fail the challenge on purpose. That's so dumb! Why? Why do the default places for that Doom Smash have to put me nowhere near where I want to go? Every time so far I've been using that tonight, it's been a problem. Like, it's fine, the level, it's just the overworld. It's not good. It sucks. I like the ability, it's neat. But in the overworld, it's very hit or miss. Do I have enough boost to just straight on go? Yeah, I have enough. I don't even need to stop. Shortcut. That actually was way faster. Holy crap, that was a good call. Not this time. That's it. All right, I got them all. That's all of the challenges, and we got all the collectibles in the game, too. So with that, that's our final piece of artwork collected. We got all the songs, all the artwork, we got all the journal entries. We're done in terms of, I think, actual 100% of what this game dictates. So let's find out. Do records. Yes, completion is now marked at 100%. Now, mind you, we're not done, because notice how it says clear stages at 73%. We still got a lot more to do. Big one is all of the brand new stuff from hard mode. Not to mention, I want to go back through all the levels and clear them with the Doom Wings. I haven't done that yet. So, let's start with that first. I'm going to play through every level, even if we have a clear time with the Doom Wings. We're going to go through every single level one final time tonight to kind of wrap up our experiences with Shadow Generations. So, let's get this started with Space Colony Act 1. Also, now I can run through these levels with some cooler strats that I've learned over the past couple weeks. Because I know a little bit more of how stuff like this works. So we get to see some cool stuff now. Plus, just playing these levels again with the Doom Wings, it opens up a lot of alternative pathways. It's insane. Don't want to take that chance. I could have probably hit the rocks, but nah. So I'm still learning a lot of the optimal movement for Shadow here in Shadow Generations, but I'm getting the hang of it, I think, one day at a time. I just wish Doom Wings didn't take 5 years to activate, because that really cuts in your speedrun time. Wonder if I got the glitch. We'll find out. No, I did not. Okay, I'm gonna hold Y here, and now I Chaos Control. Now watch what happens after it's done. I'm gonna skip one of these. Full Chaos Control meter. So for whatever reason, if you hold the Chaos Control button down when you go through one of the Chaos Control capsules, you just instantly use it, but the game doesn't know you instantly used it. So it gives you a second filling of your Chaos Control meter. It's kind of weird. I don't understand why that works specifically. You're just tricking the game into thinking that you got the capsule twice, essentially. Alright, let's see if we get this kind of done. Because this is kind of stupid. And this is just a normal thing, not even a glitch. Or a cool strat. Okay, we did it. Strat complete. So, I don't know why, but I have the hardest time getting that double jump to hit the other artificial chaos. It just never works for me. It's so finicky in my experience.
Chaos control. That's it.
and say goodbye to Doom Wings. It'll hit a cutscene, which will deactivate them. Now, I could activate them again in this Radical Highway section. There's just no point. Like, this section's very linear, so not many things you can do with the Doom Wings to skip it. I will say, though, this is probably my lowest point of playing these levels again, Shadow Generations. Space Colony Arc, Radical... I almost called it Radical Highway like I did in the main series. Space Colony Arc, Rail Canyon, and Sunset Heights. All three of those in Act 1 having a Radical Highway section makes them not as fun to go back and replay. Kingdom Valley and Chaos Island, the only two acts, when you don't count Radical Highway fully as a stage, that don't flash over to Radical Highway, making them probably the best set of stages in the game to replay. Even though Doomorph is a questionable thing at best for Chaos Island's sake. Still, it's one of those situations where you don't want to replay the same kind of loading screen stuff. Like this section here, I'm hands off for a good like 10 seconds almost. Stuff like that, it's like, eh. Kind of makes replaying the level not as enjoyable as it was in Sonic Generations. I've noticed that. Going back and playing more of these levels outside of the stream stuff, because I've been playing some of the ranked attack stuff for time trialing. I've noticed I don't want to replay certain levels as often just because I get a little more burnt out. But I didn't have that problem with Sonic Generations minus the Planet With stuff, because the levels were pretty contained. They're like 2 to 4 minutes tops. But with these sections, it really drags it out, and there's a lot of waiting around. I would wonder if there's going to be a mod for this game that replaces all these Radical Highway sections with just some cuts to go between the normal parts of each one of these levels. I wouldn't be surprised, because there's already a level editor, so people can just take the raw level and just tweak it. So if they do that, I wouldn't mind going back to these stages to play them again, because that'd be cool. But I'm curious about how this stage plays out with the Doom Wings as selected. So, your first trip through Space Colony Act 2, you get the Doom Wings automatically as a sneak peek. But afterwards, you have to wait until endgame to get it as a proper power, which is very weird. I'm not the only one apparently who had this problem, but as soon as you go through this stage, you think you have the ability. But because it's a sneak peek, no, you don't. It's really stupid. It kind of gaslights you into thinking you have an ability that's not until the very end of the game to unlock. I don't know why they bothered. Honestly, like, I get the idea of giving you a sneak peek to one of your abilities, but you get it, like, you get your first ability right after you beat the stage. So there's really not much of a point to doing a sneak peek to a late game ability for that reason. I don't know why they did that. It's very confusing. And honestly, I've heard a lot of players have the same problem I did for that, thinking they had the Doom Wings after stage 2, trying to use them and wondering, what am I doing wrong, because it's not working. A lot of people fell into that trap, apparently. I'm not the only one, which makes me feel a little better on that front. It seems kind of like a troll from Sonic Team to give you the wings that early.
This is the ultimate power.
I'm just gonna ride this normally, I guess, because I kept on missing my jump. Fine.
Out of my way.
That Chaos Control, I wouldn't have had to go to that bottom section. Alright, this is the section I haven't activated my wings yet. I want to see what happens. Nothing. So if you have the wings there, you probably take the other section, probably. Or you just still take the rail. It doesn't really matter.
Unleash the power.
But if you don't have them on, there's no special cutscene like there was the first time around. Alright, well that's kind of weird, I guess. It's so weird because of that sneak peek they decided to do with the wings. This is one of the very few stages that are built around the Doom Wings. Because it's really just this and the 2 radical highways at the very end that properly made Doom Wings. Really? Nice. So while we're here, let's take care of that challenge, because how I'm going to be structuring the revisits mixing in with the challenges. We'll clear a whole area out in terms of its level, and then I'm going to go take on the brand new challenge that appears. Because the challenges, I don't have to worry about redoing these. These don't matter. It's the hard mode one that does. So this one, Artificial Chaos Counter. So reach the time limit, defeat a set number of Artificial Chaos. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad, but it's the placement of these I'm worried about. Oh, okay, good to know. There's a delay on that fence turning off. And the fact they're not giving me any rings, too, is what's going to make this a hard mission. Oh, I used my air boost, so I couldn't do anything. That's kind of bad, because this is really slow. I love Chaos Control. Can't even save you from your own stupidity. It's not wrong.
Out of my way. Chaos Control.
So 10 more left. Doesn't seem too bad. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay up here. Oh, good! I guess I'm taking the bottom path. Like, man, I really hate how your Chaos Sphere just doesn't work correctly in Chaos Control mode like that. That's really hard to predict. Alright, still enough. We're fine. Thought I had to reset for a minute there, but no. Actually, it's more generous on time than I expected. Hey, Devante. Hopefully I got that right. How you doing? I use the warp, make this easier. So Act 2 is hard mode. Destroy a set number of beetles and reach the goal. So it's kind of similar to the normal mission that's here, just scaled up a bit. Really? I feel cheated. Hello? Get the bottom guy, not the top one. There you go. This one's just gonna mainly be routing out the start, because I'm very certain I'm already making some major mistakes for an S rank. Hurry. Still gotta use this, okay. Got it! Oh man, I was getting like this close. Come on, go, go! I was worried that I wouldn't have enough time to activate Chaos Control. I was feeling that if I didn't activate that, yeah, S rank wasn't gonna happen. Alright, well that's it for Space Colony Arc. Everything here is now fully done. So, let's go back over the Rail Canyon and give this a revisit. Yeah, this game is really, really good. I'm glad that... I just realized I'm in Act 2. I want to do Act 1 first. Sega really knocked this one out of the park. This is kind of what we've been asking for years for Sega and Sonic Team to do. take a formula that works, in this case the boost formula, make a new game with it, and improve upon the things that you've already played around with. So, if the mechanics are good, play around with the level design. If you think you got the level design all good, then play around with maybe giving you extra abilities to work on, like how this game works with Shadow. Just don't reinvent the wheel every other Tuesday, essentially. And I'm glad it seems like they're kind of stopping that. Feels like Sega's kind of fine-tuning things a little bit more and focusing on very specific playstyles. Probably the best. There we go. Just want to get to the side rail. I got enough for wings, and this stage probably would be broken in half with the wings. So I might as well. You know, I didn't mean to go this way, but this is actually not that bad.
Out of my way. This is the ultimate power.
I think I used that too early. 3, 2, 1. Yep, I did. You know what? I'm just gonna restart on that one. I gotta wait until I'm halfway there. Now, fun fact about the Chaos Control. The game kind of misleads you a bit. It's not 5 seconds. You have 6 seconds in total to use. Yeah, that 1 extra second's gonna make such a big difference, am I right? The activation time counts for the Chaos Control power to be active. Hence why it's 6 seconds. Hey man, how you doing?
Unleash the power.
I would have helped. Yeah, just have a little bit more of this. Swag. No, go back. The swag is ruined. I love saving my life just to completely demolish it. I love it. Until I need the wings, it's best to hold off on using them because it will give me a full refill and boost. So until I need wings, don't use them. Okay, maybe I know I need it, because I kind of overshot my jump.
Ultimate power.
I used that early again, because I keep on wanting to use it in that section specifically. But if I use Chaos Control there, I miss this whole Chaos Control Light Speed Dash section. Tough day. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully at least getting some time now to relax. I'm doing right though myself, thanks for asking. I gotta learn the optimal tappings for these levels. Because they're so new, I'm still learning all the well, all like the shortcuts, the mechanics, everything.
Let's do this.
To be fair, that's probably not very that fast, but I'm not trying to go for world records here. I feel like I could super optimize things in Sonic Generations, but not Shadow. It's a much harder game to optimize because of all the different mechanics to work with. And especially with the Chaos Sphere stuff. Alright, I didn't use the thing early this time, so watch this. Chaos Control right here. Jump into the Lightspeed Dash section. Boom. I already passed the fan, which is good, because it wasn't going to work with Chaos Control active. And this is the section I want Doom Rings for. I would have lost them going into this cutscene anyways.
What the fuck are you?
Not have to worry about any of the debris. Invincible. Aim for the rail. Got it. There's some cool skips apparently you can do in this, which essentially just completely bypasses Black Tomb as a whole. You can just leave this section and go back into the Rail Canyon section. Excuse me. I'm going to keep on calling it Route of Highway. They both start with R. Does not help. Don't need to hit him. That's actually optional. You need to do it though to actually progress the game, because apparently hitting Black Doom is what makes him drop the, well, what everyone calls it, the Shadow the Hedgehog icon. But you only need to do that on the first run. Once you have the icon, you're good.
Unleash the power.
I want the capsule. Agreed.
Chaos control. Let's do this. Free.
Use that capsule storage. There ain't no other place I can think of using Chaos Control anyways. You know what? I'm not gonna dodge. What happens? Oh, it's just a waste of my time. Okay. Because when you're invincible, the train doesn't matter at all. Can I not jump in this? No, you can't. So I have to ride this whole section. It's automated. Hey, that's not bad. Alright, well that's Act 1. Let's go ahead and make our way through Act 2. And this one, I think we're gonna change the music, because it's fine, but I kind of prefer original Bold Station more. We have pretty much every song known to man. What do we want? What's actually fitting? Okay, well that's everything. I wanted to see all the songs before I actually picked. You know what? It's not fitting. I just love Bingo Highway, and I'm just sad to see it not in this game, so Bingo Highway it is. That actually was probably a bad idea. Because I don't need the collectibles anymore, so that's just kind of wasting my time. I really don't know how Doom Wings are going to help in a level like this. I'll use them here.
This is the ultimate power.
I should just go through the spikes, because it literally doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I didn't anticipate that was there, so I didn't get the storage. Nice, fine, low level you got down there. It would be a shame if someone skipped the entire thing. I was like, Doom Wings are off. I just noticed that. Why did they turn off? One of the cutscenes must have triggered it. It's fine. And that's the end of the stage. Neat. Well, now that's it for Rail Canyon, so now I can just do the challenges. I'm gonna hold off for 1 minute, though, just because of ads on Twitch side. So I can just make my way to the challenge. Seriously, why is that a coup clock? I'm not surprised there's a gag to that, because of course when that easy to leave here. Of course, of all the things in the coup clock. You remember which one of these was Act 1 and Act 2? This is Act 1. Okay, so I'm good. Like I said, I'm gonna wait a second for this one. Thankfully, it's not that long. So I want to pull up notes anyways, because I kept on saying almost every other stream we're going to talk about some behind-the-scenes Shadow the Hedgehog stuff, which it's now or never for 2 reasons. Number 1, the series ends tomorrow. Number 2, the series for this ends today. So it's like, I gotta talk about it now. Otherwise, hold my peace. I mentioned some stuff here and there, but I still want to talk about some more stuff with the behind-the-scenes on Shadow the Hedgehog series that's going on YouTube, so before this whole thing ends. Yeah, I got my notes. Also, I just noticed, is that light off behind me? Yeah, it is. I don't remember if I flipped the switch on. Let me check that real quick, too. Yeah, I just didn't have the power to it. Oops. My bad. There, now you get some festive lights along with the RGB. Let's get this started. Rail Canyon, aim and fire Chaos Sphere. Okay. So it's a variation on one of the challenges already here, just like with Space Colony Arc stuff.
Out of my way. All right. This is the ultimate
Shadow, wrong way. Dude, are you kidding? Shadow. I hit him with the Chaos Sphere and it didn't work in time. It's just, why is every game that has like a multi-lock-on system not work correctly with the multi-lock-on system? I locked on to things and I just didn't go. Like, oh, my favorites. I swear, almost every game that I play with a multi-lock has this problem. It's like it's the law to screw this up as a dev or something.
This is ultimate power.
I could probably avoid 2, because it's not like only 25 of these balloons.
my way. Let's do this. Chaos control. Out of my way. Freeze.
Yeah, of course. Why did I think I already was gonna be able to do something with that enemy? Hoping he didn't have his spikes out in time because my chaos control doesn't work in time. Ah!
Do this. Out of my way. Chaos control.
I'm afraid to use chaos control when I need the chaos spheres because of how that pauses too.
Out of my way. All right.
That's kind of a really big problem. Do your thing.
This is the
Okay, I guess you won't. Yep, that's why I'm really kind of annoyed with that. I need to freeze them and then chaos control. Or just hope they put away their spikes. Apparently, these egg pawns do that.
do this. Out of my way.
Yes, in case in point, that guy put away his spike machine. Come on. This one's kind of janky only because of chaos spheres being a little weird in this game. Because of the chaos control thing. I don't like how the spheres stop in time, too. That's actually kind of a detriment to the player. I understand why it happens in terms of, you know, lore. So, at least keeping that consistent. Yes, in case in point, like that makes this so much harder for no reason. Dude, are you kidding? Homing attack! How'd that miss? And you can't even hit this one pillar because it's too high. Who's the genius to put that one switch one tile higher? There's no reason for it to be one tile higher. I didn't mean to do that, that's my fault.
Out of my way. Let's do this. Freeze. Alright. Chaos control.
Yep, of course. I could have had two more, but the chaos control stopped. Because of course it stops my spears. I hate that, I really do. Like, gameplay-wise, this is not a great thing. That cancels out your chaos spear. There are some things you probably should make as an exception for how chaos spears work and chaos control. And that's probably one of them. Why do I have a feeling there's probably going to be a mod for that? Because there's already been a lot of physics mods that I've been seeing in this game.
Chaos control.
I'm gonna hold off, because something tells me it's bad to use chaos control here.
Out of my way.
I really am not a fan of this one. I actually think this mission kind of sucks.
Out of my way. Chaos control.
Okay, and then the multi-lock didn't work. Of course it didn't.
This is ultimate power. Out of my way.
Alright, just a few more. Once I get the target, I don't have to care anymore. I could just go. Which would be nice.
Out of my way. Chaos control.
Really? I just wanted to go up.
Out of my way. Alright. This is the ultimate power. do this.
That's not gonna work. Yep. I'm gonna just take the L on that one. Just hit everything else.
Out of my way. This is ultimate power.
That was very sloppy, but it worked.
Out of my way.
I hope they don't deload. How did I thread that needle? Don't even understand that. Now I'm just being bad. Half of this is the mission's fault, half is my fault. Mission being so precise and chaos control being the problem is when I'm the mission's fault. Oh, come on. My double jump didn't even come out. I'm glad I have the Chaos Sphere at least on the shoulder button to make this a little bit easier. Then I don't have to hold down Y just to do the same thing. That was kind of a little cumbersome in the past. Dude, and you don't get wings here because I don't have enough rings. Ah. You don't get the boost there too, which also doesn't help. Oh, come on, I just want those balloons. I have a route and I can easily do it, but I have to do this without missing a balloon. How? I'd like to hold neutral.
Out of my way.
And that's not over the ledge? Are you serious? Why is the robot not over the ledge? You can't stop after you kill it for that reason. Oh, what is with this design? Still not as bad as Sonic Unleashed hard mode stages. Those stages might as well be the poster child of what not to do as a game dev. I don't think anything will be as bad as those stages.
This is the ultimate power. Out of my way.
Alright, we're good. Just go. I don't care about the rest. Seriously, man. It's just because of the Chaos Spheres freezing in time with Chaos Control. That's what makes this mission way harder than it needs to be. It has nothing to do with the difficulty climb. Because honestly, the difficulty climb's fine. Mostly. It's just that one specific problem, and it's a game problem, not a mission problem. Alright, fine. Let's go to this one now. Chaos Control Master. Well, I won't have to deal with the sphere thing, hopefully, anymore. Hey, Kira, how you doing? Just in time for us to have variety. Let's have one challenge for 20 minutes. It's the second one for 15.
Ultimate power.
This mission is going to be a cakewalk if I do the Chaos Control storage thing.
Chaos Control.
And then he walks into a parked car. Can't make that up. Something tells me I didn't do that right. Let me just try this again. I think I'm holding the button late. I I keep on forgetting it's really in the beginning.
Chaos control.
If I did this right, I should have chaos control right now. Yeah.
Ultimate power. That's it.
Yep, still runs in the parked car. Except the car was somehow a little bit higher.
Let's do this. Chaos control. This is the ultimate power. All right.
That's what this herky-jerky animation. Come on. Hey, can I stop running the parked cars? All right, well, that's definitely an A, so I'm needing the reset.
Chaos control.
Why is singing the worst cycle every time? I want to be able to go under it. That's the most optimal thing. And instead, it's always in front of me. It sucks.
Chaos control.
Finally, good cycle.
This is the ultimate power. Three. Ultimate
Just
power.
enough. All right, now it's gonna be a battle of these spike balls. Nope.
This is the ultimate power. All right.
Who needs chaos control to get through the spikes? Am I right? Ah, my heart went up to here. That wasn't even me trying to do that because I thought maybe I could clear it. I was just kind of hoping for the best. That was not a good idea. Don't do what I just did. That will kill you. All right. Well, for that hard work on the cuckoo clock. Where is it? No, I passed it because it's near the end for horses stuff. Is it not? Where is that version of supporting me? Yeah, here it is. Virtual reality. I don't know why it's here. It's kind of a weird spot for it, but it's because of all that hard effort of finding all the nuts and bolts. Let's do this. Hard mode, Bio Lizard. From what I heard, this fight's basically the exact same, except for one thing. Perfect run. No rings are in the fight. I hear the fight that's the most changed is Metal Overlord, but this one is very much the same thing. Now, mind you, no rings is gonna make this a little bit worse.
You tortured soul. I will end your suffering. It's no use. You can't keep pace with me.
You wanna do anything that's not biting? Thank you. I was like, hey, I'll show you!
I will end your suffering.
I wasn't expecting a high ball. Expecting a low ball.
It's no use. You can't keep pace with me. Your
Good.
energy is
Thank you.
still unstable. I need to target the life state.
I don't remember how to really fight this thing effectively for this game, so I only fought him once. Well, the first time wasn't bad. Just doing this now without taking a hit is the problem. Especially when it gets its own makeshift Doom Wings. Which is funny, because I don't think the Bio-Lizard at this point in time has any of Black Doom DNA in him, so the Black Doom powers are just kind of a funny homage. It's not necessarily an actual thing that this Bio-Lizard should have. Because in terms of lore's sake, this creature was made before Black Doom made the deal with Daryl, Shadow the Hedgehog. And how do we go from this thing to Hedgehog, by the way? I'm just saying, this is kind of weird. Why? I feel like I'm definitely doing something wrong here because I'm taking way longer than I should. Mind you, that I definitely did something wrong by trying to Doom Blast. Doesn't help me only fight this guy once. You have to relearn its patterns on the fly. I definitely should have been in phase 2 by now. This is way too long for phase 2. Here comes his makeshift wings, which again has nothing to do with Black Doom, so this is just kind of a random extra.
You think those will stop me? Mutation. Pop, I already know your weaknesses. Too easy.
Is it sad that some of the best music from Sonic Forces happen to be the remix stuff from both Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure 2? Which sucks because there's some really good themes in Sonic Forces. You just never hear them because the game is always pushing to a different song because of its design. I was supposed to be able to do something there. I was not even paying attention to where I could have gone. No, it's kind of weird I don't Doom serve here. I'm just saying. Missed opportunity. That's fine. I wanted to restart anyways.
You tortured soul. I will end your suffering.
Like, if you have a chance, you're wanting to hear some Sonic stuff, listen to the Sonic Forces OST, like, outside of the game. Because there are a lot of songs that get only, like, 10 seconds to play, and then that's it. But there's, like, entire riffs. They have a full melody and everything, but you never hear it. Like, there's one stage, literally, that plays a song for 6 seconds. And that's it. The song is, like, 4 minutes long. Or something like that in the OST. It's insane. Yeah, I definitely was missing some of those hits in the first attempt. I don't know how. Outside of one I purposely missed for Doom Blast. Is there a point to use Chaos Control in this fight to get extra hits? Because there's a lot of fights that you do it in a very specific spot. Using Chaos Control like that will give you a Doom Blast opportunity. But I don't know about this fight.
I already know your weaknesses.
Because since I've already played this, I'm fine with like a little bit of hints on that front.
This is my ultimate power. Let's do this. Chaos Control.
It's like, can I get up your mouth? No. I can ride it. It's kind of funny. That was too far. Do it again. I wasn't looking. And then he retracted. Okay. Why? I'm doing the exact same thing I did in phase 1. Come on. Sure. This is the part I gotta be careful of for a no-hit run.
I'll show you which of us is the true ultimate life force. Try! Out of my way! Try! Yes.
Case in point, because one of these can get away from you.
Cling to a cruel
Thankfully, it doesn't matter in terms of completing this, which honestly, it feels like for a no-hit run, they probably should have disabled all checkpoints. Because this makes this too easy. You can just keep on retrying and eventually clear it.
I'll show you which
With no lives, there's really no consequences outside your time.
out of my way. Yes.
Okay, what are with these Chaos Spheres? You lock on the 3 things, you're lucky to hit 2. Like, I'm not doing anything different.
I'll show you which of us is the true ultimate
It's
life
like using Seeker missiles from Metroid Prime. They don't work.
out of my way. Out of my way. This is the ultimate power. Take this.
There you go. Alright. Taking a drink break. Because the game doesn't care if I do the QT or not, just do it for me. Why do I need to worry about hitting my controller anymore? Let the game figure it out. So how far off was that? Because I knew that was not going to be an A. Yeah. So by A rank, it's under 430. So it's around 4 something. Alright, let me just see how you do this effectively, because I feel like I'm missing specific key moments in the fight. This is the only fight I don't really know too much of how to speed up. I'll say speed run. See if we can find a BioLizard speed run. Okay, well, I'm not doing what they're doing in this speed run. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna hit the window for this. You gotta see how crazy this gets.
I will end your suffering.
I'm not doing that. We're not doing this. So there's your Hut Hut strat, as we call it from Sonic Adventure 2, where you can climb up the side of the BioLizard. That still exists in this game, apparently, but in a weirder way. So you're not even able to hit the BioLizard yet. You have to wait for the attack to be done, so this is just for a flex? Like, why would you do this? This seems like a terrible idea. I'm waiting for the catch.
Your energy is still unstable. I need to target the life support rig on its back.
Okay, well maybe you can just one cycle it by doing that. Maybe that makes more sense. Yeah, if anything, it might just be like a few seconds at most of a time save. It's a really difficult strat that may or may not be worth going for. So it's one of those I'm probably just ignore that part. I'm wanting more for phase 2 and 3 what we're doing. Because I feel like I'm missing a Doom Blast. That would cut off so much health if I could figure that out.
I already know where this is.
So far, it's just homing attack change as normal. Just mash the button. Yeah, you want to destroy the tentacles for more damage. When he's down like this, you can't do anything. So I wasn't wrong, I guess, of just waiting around there. Some chaos control in this section for extra time makes sense. And then I should go right into phase 2 or phase 3. Yeah, we're not gonna wait. Pro tip: hold down the mouse, or if you're on the touch screen for like mobile, hold down your phone screen. You can play your video times 2. Then let go, and then you're done. You can play it on screen. It's a cool little trick. It really helps like this. That's some swag to be able to just take out all the projectiles in one area, not have to move.
Chaos control.
No Doom Blasting here. So I've been doing everything correct. I just feel like I'm missing something in this fight because of how scripted it is. It feels like there's one thing you can do that's slightly faster, but that's not the case. It's literally just play it sequence by sequence. Okay. Well, this guy's final time by doing all that is a 229. So really, if you don't do that thing in the beginning, you might be able to save 10 seconds with the strat. Otherwise, it'd be like a 240. Maybe? I have no idea. It doesn't seem like that big of a time save. So, shout out to Sonic X3. You're the first video that popped up. I'm going to hit next, though, because I want to change my song. It's criminal, though, that the in-game version of this specific version supporting me doesn't have lyrics. Because I believe they actually did record lyrics for the song. It was used in a trailer. But it's not in this version, for whatever reason. Not in the game. I don't know why. I mean, you can supplement it with, like, the bajillion remixes that's in your sound listing here. Like, you can just play the original. Because I think it's just those three. The in-game version, original, and Forces. You know what? I think it'd be fitting enough I play Live and Learn because it just makes sense for BioLizard. It's the final boss after all. At least a version of it is the final boss from SA2.
Tortured soul, I will end your suffering. It's no use. You can't keep pace with me.
Also kind of makes sense to play this song because of one of the newer clips that came out today from the Sonic 3 movie. It uses apparently a version of Live and Learn in that movie. People are super hyped for it, which makes sense. I figured they were going to use probably some SA2 music in the movie, especially Live and Learn. That's enough for you. Oh, I think I understand what that trick's doing more. The bouncing off of BioLizard at the top, I think you can stay up there longer to attack it more. I don't know. Maybe that's what's actually different. I have no idea. Without doing the trick myself, I can't say what's different. Does he not do the overball? Is it just the undershot for this fight? I think it's just undershots. Makes this way easier to dodge. To be fair, there's no somersault, and this game only requires you to use the slide a total of 1 time, and it's in a challenge. I can't skip this.
those will stop me. Mutation. Too easy. Pop. I already know your weaknesses.
That's a massive damage. It helps you get more chaos control from that too. I can do it again. Yeah, out of here. Phase 3 time. I'm just worried about phase 3 being a problem because of the chaos spheres. It's easy enough to do what they want you to do, but it's another factor if the multi-lock-on works or not. As we've seen, it's a little finicky.
Stop struggling. You cling to
I'll run around and make it a little more safe.
I'll show you which of us is the true ultimate life force.
I say as I get hit immediately. Doesn't matter, I waste like maybe 10 seconds, if that.
I'll show you which of us is the true ultimate life force.
It wouldn't matter if I use boost here or not, I would think. Rather not. Easier to control. Yeah, it's funny. I think that is just going to be my only death, so I could have done this deathless.
This is the ultimate power. Take this.
And there you go, GG. Alright, quick break. Not a single one of the boss's QTEs you need to complete. I seriously think it was the QTE in Space Colony Act 1. That's the only one you can fail. The rest are scripted to always succeed. Kind of weird. What was the point of the QTEs then? Alright, well that's our first full section of the game complete. So let's go back over to Kingdom Valley. Even though we don't need to do Act 1 with the wings, I'm gonna anyways because for the sake of just completion, we'll play every level. Even though it's not a reason to, because I already did some of these. So, now I'm running around all these different levels. I think now is that perfect time to talk about that behind-the-scenes stuff for Shadow. Because obviously, when I'm focusing on boss fight, maybe not the time to talk about some behind-the-scenes information, distract myself. So, that series does wrap up tomorrow, which is insane to think about. Because I've been working on that for so long. Like, you guys don't realize how long it's been in production for, because of just you only see it for maybe a month and a half tops. But for me, this has been an ongoing project for a very long time. Like I started to record Shadow the Hedgehog on YouTube for a main series back in last May, I would think it was, like May of 2023. And I scrapped it at the time, or at least I put it on pause because of how long it was taking, and my channel had literally nothing. Like, now you may understand, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, why there was like nothing coming out in 2023 until the final stretch. It's because I was working on a big project and it was a little bigger than I was expecting. So, unfortunately, that took a lot more time. I just decided, let's do something else. Super Luigi Galaxy. That's easy enough. I'm glad I did what I did. Because it actually really worked out. Yo, I found a wings animation skip. Let's go. I didn't think that was possible. If you're interacting with something, the wing cutscene doesn't play, but you get your wings anyways. Neat. That makes this better, because the wing cutscene takes 5 years. So anyways, back to the Shadow talk, I guess. That series, I might have started to record in 2023, but technically it was longer than that. I have some notes. I don't have the footage anymore, but I have some notes that date all the way back to 2014 of me starting this. Yeah, it was that long of a project. I started this at a very weird time in my life because I wasn't ready for a project of this scope yet. So it's no-brainer why I canceled it at that time. No way I was covering a game as big as Shadow when I'm not even sure how I'm structuring videos at that time. Also, we're going for Castle Skip here. Which is the Weenie Hut Junior version, because I got the wings. You can just do this natively in the game. But you gotta taste of how it could look without wings. I'm not good at the full skip, so no full skip. Just half skip. I wish I still had some of the footage from 2014's take on Shadow. It looked and sounded vastly different, but I don't have that footage anymore, sadly. I think it got lost with a hard drive that corrupted years ago. So, I don't know what happened to it, but probably it's just something that's just lost to time, sadly. Why? I hate how you hit a wall with the Doom Surf, and you can just sometimes go backwards. I've already kind of made my complaints about some of the Doom powers in this last time I played, but yeah. The Doom powers are cool and all, it's just there's some that feel like they needed more development or something, because they're somewhat janky. Like, Surf is kind of weird, Morph is a power of all time. I think the biggest problem I just have with Surf is just that wall bounce crap. But other than that, it's fine. I don't hate it as much as everyone else does, apparently.
Out of my way.
But for those who've seen it, I guess to go back to some of that behind-the-scenes stuff. What have you thought about this series so far? Again, it wraps up technically tomorrow, main series-wise. Because we're going through the final story, and that'll be it. Which is actually kind of cool that I waited until now to cover that game for the sake of Shadow Generations being out, because now we have more information about Shadow the Hedgehog because of this existing. Like, now I know the commander's full name. We didn't know that until that Dark Beginnings trailer / promotional video. That was not a thing until recently, which is very interesting. The character was unnamed for years. It was just Commander, which is the most basic name you can give a character. Glad the dude finally has a full name instead of just whatever that crap was, huh?
This is the ultimate power.
I'm flying around. Screw that intersection, I got wings. I don't have any chaos control here, so I'll just let you go. Psych! What the heck is this? Well, I made it work, I guess. Got caught on the lip of the platform. That is really dumb. I gotta learn how to do the full castle skip because that's so cool to do, but I can't do it. I'm still like a novice at this Chaos Sphere stuff, so I can get like half the distance. Also, right here you can do another one. I just realized that mid-homing attack. I can't swap now. Commit to this path. I'm not gonna wanna... Yeah, okay. No, I was thinking it was a different section. I don't know why.
This is the ultimate power.
I missed the capsule. You know what? That doesn't matter. No, I still hit it. Okay, I thought I missed. Sure.
Out of my way.
This might be just enough to hit that spring. Yeah, there you go. And that's a sub 330. Let's take it. That was cool. Especially because I got to do a little bit more of the castle skip this time. It's sick when you can do the full thing. That's why I want to show it off as best I can. It's just, it's really hard for me to understand the Chaos Sphere thing. There's multiple ways of extending your airtime. If you hold the stick, you actually lose momentum in this game. So if you let go of the stick and just mash the Chaos Control button, you go further. And there's time you have to fix your angle, so you gotta hold the stick. So, yeah, needless to say, I'm still learning all of the different ways of using this mechanic. Thanks, man. I appreciate that compliment on the series. Yeah, structure on a game that has a multi-mission structure is never the easiest thing to do. That's why I'm glad I didn't do this back in 2014 like I originally planned. It would not have worked in that time period. I was already having the idea of breaking up the missions into multiple segments in a video, but it would have turned out way different compared to how I would have done it now. And I'm glad I did it for that reason. I think the structure worked way better. I like being able to show off where all the keys are at, the score system, everything. I try to be as in-depth as I can. I think this is going to be the most in-depth free Sonic game that I'll probably ever covering, just because of the nature of it.
Let's do this. This is the ultimate power.
I think I'm nearing the end, so after this section should be the goal, if I remember correctly. I don't go about that too as much. I like the 3D stuff more, personally. That's how I am in Sonic Generations too, so I play more modern and classic Sonic. Oh, great. Yeah, that's gonna cost my speedrun.
Chaos control.
So you want to take this path, it's just faster. I didn't even see there was a castle up there for Chaos Control, but alright. I activated too soon. Okay, that's kind of bad. Come on, open up. Just like with Chaos Control from Sonic Heroes, you want to know when to use it. But like that game, I can't turn it off here. It would be nice to have an off button. This is the only section I think you're required to use the slide, but if you have Chaos Control, it does not matter. By the way, we have wings. There's no reason I need them yet. Like, this is not a stage you need wings for, so you kind of forget you have them. And this just looks goofy. Riding an eagle with wings? Yeah, that makes sense. Nice whiff. They didn't even do that, but that's okay. That's a section where wings were good because of the flow of your jump. Oh, barely. Barely got that sub 3. I was worried with the depth, that wouldn't be a sub 3 anymore. But just barely. Well, that's it for Kingdom Valley, so let's do its challenges. So first things first, here we go. Nope, sorry, that's still Rail Canyon, because challenge list is kind of messy. Let me use the mouse. Yeah, here we go. So, this one is with the Doom Surf, specifically. I will say, this is probably like the best stage in this game, Kingdom Valley. It's so good. Also, what were those? I wasn't even seeing if that gave me anything. I gotta pay attention when I get the clocks this time. I've never seen a gray clock before in a challenge. Is that a time addition, not a subtraction? If it is, that's mean. Well, that makes sense for hard mode, I guess. Find out. Okay, they seem like they're doing absolutely nothing. I didn't see what happened. I grab them, I don't see anything on time. They just made a cool sound. Yeah, there's one up here. Why am I going backward? Why? Why is this always happening? That's so stupid, man. Hey, that's a real timer. Sure. Do they reduce less time? I didn't even notice a time reduction, but if that's the case, I guess that makes sense. It happens so fast. Alright, where's the next challenge relation? I don't want to use the warping. I might want to, though, because I forgot this map is kind of weird. The state. Yeah, it's over there. I'll just use the warp. Alright. Pillars that pop up. Shouldn't be terrible. Famous last words. Hey, look, they remembered the slide button. Oh no. You might be able to make that full section without having to... Oh, God! Go, go, go! Might have been able to make that full section. Why couldn't I hit the boxes with boost? Hello? I'm gonna slide this time, because apparently boost did not work. Okay, now it worked. Sure. Inconsistent, why don't you? And I'm out of rings. I have no boost. This might have seemed a little slower in the beginning not to use boost, but now I gotta worry about some boost preservation. I'm gonna die because of that alone. I can see why you're saying this one's kind of like a trolley challenge, Kira. This is already kind of feeling like it's trolling. Okay, that was kind of an unnecessary roundabout. Why? Why though? You didn't need the extra spikes. I had to dodge one set to hit another. Oh, that's the troll. That was the ending too. Okay, this is really not that hard now that I got the pattern. Why? It's every time I talk. Please shut up. It's not that hard now, once I got the pattern. I just gotta execute. You know, I go so fast up here. What happened there? I turned around midair. That's not happened before. Now the game's trolling me with its own mechanics. Dude, seriously. The problem is, it's taking Sonic Unleashed hard mode mentality here. Let's just put spikes everywhere. That's hard mode, which is, I hate when games do this crap, because it's not hard at all. It's just annoying. Good. Oh, he had to slide. Not once, but twice. And then, of course, if you miss the final jump, here, we'll just play one more practical joke on him. They won't mind. Don't worry about it. Alright, that's it for the challenges here. So now, let's go on to everyone's favorite forgettable video game, Sonic Forces. And you know what? I'm not going to play this song. And I'm not going to play the version from Sonic Forces. I got to play you all a different version of this song. One from a mod I want to check out. Maybe before the end of this year, actually. But let me see if we can find it real quick. I just want the one specific song. I don't want the whole thing. Yes, this is it. Now, I'll take out the whole playlist link, because I don't need the entire OST. I don't know what this should be volume-wise. Based on how it went last time with one of the songs I played, it probably should be around 40. Alright, that should work. So then I'm just going to move this down a peg. Perfect. Alright, so I have to turn off the in-game music for this, obviously. I didn't realize I saw background volume up to 100%. That must have been from when I was letting one of the songs play. Doesn't matter. Because honestly, when you change from 80 to 100, it barely changes the volume. So, I'm going to play a version of Sunset Heights that's from a mod of Sonic Forces. This version is called Engulfed in Phantom Flames for City Siege. This is the version played for Sonic Forces Overclocked. Let's do it. That was almost really bad. Yeah, I'll take this way, that's fine. Nice whiff. Alright, we're flying. No point using chaos control here. We're about to lose it in a second. This is also why I wanted to play a different song, because I don't want to hear Radical Highway for the 20-minute time. Need wings because I have no boost. And why not? Doesn't really matter where I go, honestly. Hey, Superspire, how you doing? Yeah, I recommend definitely picking this one up on PC. It definitely feels like the best way of playing this game. Higher frame rates, mod support, not to mention it's really good on loading. Not to say if you had like the PS5 or the Xbox Series version it's bad, because I've seen it actually work really well on console. It's just the Switch, because, shocker, the Switch version being kind of on a game. Who would have guessed? That's also it for the song, by the way. The level's longer than the original song length of Sunset Heights, which the remix is based on the original length. So just enjoy Dead Air while I run through the rest, I guess. I'm gonna find one of those songs from the original Forces OST I was talking about earlier and play that for the next version of Sunset Heights. Because again, Sonic Forces music is criminally underplayed in its own game. There are so many fantastic songs that never hear the light of day.
Freeze.
So let me find original Forces OST now instead of the mod. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna turn off the browser feed for a moment because I don't want to play a thing I'm not ready for yet. Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of, Kira. That was actually what I was looking for. Mortar Canyon. That song plays for a literal 6 seconds, which is so dumb. Wait, no, it's not Mortar Canyon I was thinking of. Yeah, because that's the space level. That's one of the best songs in Forces Overclocked. No, where was the other one? Can't remember what it was called. Because this OST is all kinds of messy. Well, the names of the levels, I should say, in the OST list. Because it's a good time, because there's an ad break going on anyways on Twitch. Gives me a moment to find the song I'm thinking of. Maybe I can use Spotify, but then that's not going to help me capture. Oh, I found it. I was trying to remember, what's the stage called for the Metal Sonic fight? As that specific song is the one I was thinking of in question. This song is criminally underplayed. It plays for literally 6 seconds. And then you get a different song. There is apparently an oversight in the fight. If you die halfway through, it will restart the level theme, not the boss theme. So you can hear more of it there. And I think one of the challenges plays it too. Other than that, you never hear the song. So, for Act 2, let's listen to Red Gate Bridge. Again, this song is criminally underplayed in its own game. Also, I just realized I didn't play the feed. I guess that's probably fine, it's a little loud. I have to turn it off as a reminder. Alright, let's try this again. This time with actual music. Oh, I didn't realize it was a capsule. I could have stored it. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. There's a lot of robots here. I gotta wait here anyways. This is not a section you use gas control.
Chaos control.
See how I say the more you hear this song, how it's criminally underplayed from its own game? There's so much to this, and you only hear the first 6 seconds. It is an actual crime. Those still hurt? Okay, got them out. Okay, didn't think that would work. No boost. I need rings. I think we're pretty much at the end of the stage. This is good timing. Oh, wait, no, we still got a little more to go. I forgot this is a little bit of a longer section, because you gotta get back outside. These songs are criminally underrated, but they're still kind of short, because it's Sonic Forces. At least they're longer than the levels, am I right? Hey-oh. For the challenge, I will also take that request of Mortar Canyon, but I'm gonna play the overclocked version. Because people gotta hear the overclocked OST. I think Forces OST, the best songs are good. And this takes the best songs in a specific mod. And it cranks them to 11. They're really good remixes. So I'll play one of those going to this challenge here. Let me find that specific version of the song. Got a lot of tabs open for this. Well, that's the boss. We don't need it anymore. See, where is it? World map, results. Here we go. So, Mortar Canyon, this is called Cosmic Rock for Meteor Rush. It's the same stage, technically. I'm gonna make sure it is the same song really quick, just in case. Is it? No, it's not. It's actually a different song. I don't think that one's in Overclocked. This is the song that's... What was that stage called? The space stage Sonic Escapes on the Death Egg. Which has that set piece everyone really thought would be more than just a QTE section. That's the one I'm thinking of. And unfortunately, it's just a QTE. I think it was Egg Gate. Yeah, that was Egg Gate. So I'm going to play the remix version of Egg Gate, and then I'll use Mortar Canyon for the next, because I think it just makes sense. A remix for Act 1, an original for Act 2. I think that makes sense. So this here is the song I was thinking of. This is Sonic's modern stage, Egg Gate, remixed from Sonic Forces Overclocked. This is Cosmic Rock for Meteor Rush. Oh wait, no, this is the Egg Gate version? No, this is the Egg Gate version, never mind. They played the wrong tab. Thanks, Chrome. Oh, here, you listen to the original. Something tells me I'm gonna fail this. Then you can hear the remix. Yeah, I expected this. my ring. That's my one ring, isn't it? Worth it! I didn't think that would work. Holy crap. Alright, you heard enough of this one. I still want to play my song first. I'm gonna just make sure this time it's gonna work. Okay, this time it will work if I hit the play button. When you have 5 different YouTube tabs open, your play pause script doesn't know which one to pick. Fun. Alright. Now here's the remix version of what you just heard. This is for real Cosmic Rock for Meteor Rush. Nope. Seen it coming too. Jump was too low. Whoa, that fist came out fast. I think I might need more chaos control already. All those ground pounds. Yeah, I tried to do it. It didn't let me use chaos control in time, so I really need to build this meter up fast. And the plus side, you get to hear more of this good remix. What happened? My double jump? Did I land when I wasn't looking? Oh, it was still in the air. I feel like this would have been a good session for chaos control. Alright, we're good. We're good. Well, that was a thing. So now it would be the boss fight. Because we did our 2 challenges here. And then we also got the stage. Okay, yeah, so we're just going straight for Metal Overlord here. I'm gonna put the music back on for now. I will still play that song that was on request. I'll just do it after this fight. Yeah. You set the default. Do I have this back to default? Yeah, I want to hear the default version of the Metal Overlord theme. I want to hear their remixed version. So I hear that this is the most changed hard mode fight of the 3. So I guess I'll see what that means. Okay, well, the arena already has spikes. There's your big difference. I really hope I get more rings, because I should leave that jump. Oh, well, I saw one difference there.
You'll be joining the rubble in the water soon.
We didn't need to use Chaos Sphere at all in this fight originally. And these jump ramps are way smaller. Struggle right the most in this. I can understand why from what I'm seeing so far. These lasers keep on clipping me. This has got to be the section I need to make chaos control still. I'm gonna hold off. Okay. Depth perception on the jumping there is a little off. Oh, wasn't enough to skip this part. Man, he is just a few hits away from going to phase 2. So I gotta deal with this specific scripted sequence. That wastes so much time because you can't do anything in it. I find it weird that the song kind of restarts itself though going into the phase 2 part. That is really weird. From what I understand, like this remix is kind of one of the weirder ones for this game because they didn't have Crush 40 come back and re-record it. They're using, I think, the vocals only. I think the vocals were recorded as a separate track. So they were able to go back and reuse the vocals, but it's new instrumentation. That's from what I understand. Because with the perfect chaos fight in Sonic Adventure 1, in this case, for Open Your Heart, that apparently they recorded a backing track. And the backing track is what they used for the song in Sonic Generations. But here, I don't think there was a backing track. So, for this song, they're just using the original lyrics, just without the original instrumentation. It's kind of weird. I learned my lesson on this one because this is in the trailer, so it should have told me there's a cool mechanic to this fight, and I kept on ignoring. Don't chaos control here. Attack the ship. Wait for this to end. Chaos control here, and then just homing attack the structures. And this technically ends the fight. That does enough damage to trigger the ending. Well, I guess normally, because hard mode wants to say otherwise. Right. Prove me wrong, why don't you, video game? Just want to be a little different. Like, look, he's literally hits away from death. You could have just saved me the time. Alright, drink break. Alright, so what was that? A? So how much? How much do I need to shave? It's that middle section. 33. Yeah, it's literally that middle section. If I can shave that off, I'd be fine. I don't want to go into the automated, like, jump section. You can't hope to defeat me and set your fate take as home. I am the true Sonic, the true ultimate life form. Don't. You'll be joining the rubble in the water. Okay. I don't know what happened there. The problem I have with all these lasers just being here now is the jump timing is very, very strict. So it's very easy to clip one just trying to jump. You gotta jump early if you don't want to get hit by a laser, but then you don't do nearly as much damage. You'll be joining the rubble in the water soon. Yeah, I think I'm better off there taking the hit intentionally. Because if I try to dodge, then I miss a bunch of containers. And I want to hit as many of these as possible for damage. This is fine though. That laser doesn't matter. You'll be joining the rubble in the water. Guess we're gonna take the hit there on purpose. Because you get more rings up ahead anyways, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Out of my way. There.
No! Try to go for a freebie hit. That was stupid. You're too far away from the barrels. It's a waste. It would just make you take damage. That's it. Got it. Got him. I just need a little bit more damage. Just a little bit more. Yes, there it is. Barely enough. If I didn't take the intentional damage in the beginning for extra hits, I wouldn't have had enough for phase 2. I would be doing that automated section of dodging. So I have a strat now. So if I have to do this again, I know what to do.
Idiot. You think you can stop me?
Hit that metal Ganon. This is also a new attack. He doesn't throw this container in the normal version of the fight. I think if I had Chaos Control there, maybe I could have frozen those pieces and homing attack. Those are homing attack criticals. But I didn't have any of them either. I don't know if this is going to be enough damage this time to end the fight. We'll see.
I am the king of all creation. Nobody can defeat me. Not you, not Sonic, not anyone.
This is the ultimate power.
Alright, let's see. Was that enough? Nope. It's just they changed up, I guess, how the scripting of the fight works with damage output. So you just barely don't have enough. It's kind of dumb. Because I need like one more hit. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's on me. My finger's slipping. I'm hitting the trigger. Look, when you press the buttons just like this, like in between the two, you're most likely getting the bumper with the trigger, or vice versa. I really hope that little blunder wasn't enough to cost me the ass. That'd be stupid. Because I did miss it, but by how much? I think it's sub 3. Oh my god, it was. I think my trigger mishap screwed me. Of course it did. So I need sub 3.
You can't hope to defeat me. Accept your fate, Hedgehog. I am the true Sonic, the true ultimate life form.
Life form, don't you?
I don't know if that even matters. It might be faster not to take that top half.
in the water soon.
Nope, and I missed that. It's a reset. You need to take the top half on the second ramp, though. That's not a requirement. What? Oh, my controller died. Why is this a constant theme when I play this? Just death. I mean, I was playing a decent amount of this on Time Trials, I guess, a couple days ago. That'll be enough to drain the battery. They're not the strongest rechargeable batteries in the world, but to be fair, these Xbox controllers are terrible in battery life. Like, what happened? I remember 360 controllers and OG Xbox One controllers lasting for days, but Series controllers, I'm lucky if they last, like, 3. There we go.
You can't hope to defeat me. Accept your fate, Hedgehog. I am the true Sonic, the true ultimate life form.
True ultimate life form, don't you? You'll be joining the rubble in the water soon.
That was a lot of damage. Maybe that's enough to get into phase 2 a little bit faster. I'm hoping it is, because I need to shave off every second that I can. Yeah, see, his meter is still not even, like, past that second to last line. I need more damage. This will give me a little bit with his missiles. I don't know if it's enough. It is, actually.
That power already belongs to me!
And not enough for phase 2? Oh, barely! It's like around the cusp. I have no idea. It may or may not have been enough. I'm glad it was.
Let's see how long you last on such unstable terrain.
Idiot. You think you can stop me?
Yo, what if back in 2003 there was this idea about Doom Wings, and that's the whole reason why Metal Overlord just randomly has wings?
Big talk.
Look, I'm trying to pull some continuity here because I definitely didn't think of this back then. Why does he have wings? He just kind of have wings. Who knows why? It just, here's wings.
Let's do this.
That's not gonna be enough, I think, to end the fight. I think my Chaos Control damage is still only gonna be close to all of his health bar, but not enough. I just hope I have enough time. If I routed this, it should be enough time. The damage output was really good early on. Yeah, like I said, it's not enough, so I need a couple more hits. Just get the thing missiles out, come on. And pull up all day. One more. That's it. Alright, I think that's S, we're good. Was that supposed to be some typical thing? I haven't heard of that theory before. In some ways, I guess that could make more sense. It just does, like, when you play Sonic Heroes, like, that's what I thought as a kid. He copies all the abilities from all the set characters. And then all of a sudden he turns into whatever this thing is. And he doesn't really use anyone's powers. So it's kind of out of left field for the design. Just saying. It does feel like he uses more of the powers in this game than he did back in Sonic Heroes. If anything, maybe he uses Chaos Control a little bit, but that's about it for Hero's sake. He doesn't do much with the powers in that game. Alright, yeah, Twitch, you want to do your thing. Here, run them now while I get myself set up for the music thing. Can I drag this? Yes. Okay, you have to select it first with a button or a controller. Then you use your mouse on the menu. Kind of weird. How much more do we have on the records, by the way? Let's see. 93, so as soon as I finish up Mephiles, probably, we'll be 100% on cleared stages. Mephiles is the last thing I gotta worry about. Alright, this is a song request from earlier. I didn't play it because it wasn't a good time, I guess. Where is it? I don't want Egg Gate anymore. Take that away. There it is. Mortar Canyon. It is a long one, and this is a long stage. This actually worked perfectly. Because the fastest I can go through the stage is maybe 3 minutes. This will be fine. Can I still have that on as a browser extension? Yes. Okay. So I'll play that Mortar Cannon song now. I have it ready, so let's do it. Who needs wings when you can still fly without them, am I right? I don't know if that's faster or not. It kind of felt like it was, but it probably wasn't. Not that bad. Let's see reductions, how you doing. Yeah, the Radical Highway stage is probably some of the hardest in this Death Ring. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll still replay them, but I don't have to worry about this. Fast for that to work because of Chaos Control. Okay, I hate that jump, but for lack of better words, so no pun intended. Burning passion. So you always grapple with the Doom Morph and then just instantly cancel. It's just really problematic. Half does enough for something great. It's kind of close, I will say. That's for this run, but my first run for Doom Morph wings were kind of bad too. I didn't even use the wings here because there's no point. Not really that many of an opportunity when I keep on morphing. Just kind of existed. I'm gonna put back on the music because I think that's it for the Forces stuff. There's some of the more underrated songs in the game. They don't really hear for that long. Play them longer here than the main game does, I'm just saying. Before I continue, let me read that message that you posted for Kira. This all come in. The Metal Overlord replies to Supersonic's boats in the Japanese version for the reference to the Bible. Show me then, look at me. I'm no longer afraid of anything. I'm the king of all things, who looks down on all proud creatures, and reigns over all proud beasts. Alright, that's definitely something that they just didn't bother for the dub. Which, mind you, that makes sense. A lot of stuff like that usually gets lost in translation. Like, fun fact, going back with the Forces stuff, did you know that in the game, technically when Sonic gets captured, the story says he's supposed to get tortured for 6 months. That is not true. That is a English translation, specifically. That is not how the original script was written. At all. So, when devs were asked about it, they were wondering, what are you talking about? Because that was not in the script originally. That was just a translation thing. So there are some things that are changed or added, whatnot. I guess I'm not too surprised they didn't want to bring over the biblical stuff for Metal Overlord back in the day for Sonic Heroes. stuff like that was not really... Well, in some ways, it was just not a thing a lot of devs really wanted to do. Or in the translation phases, they were just kind of afraid that maybe that could be kind of seen as a bad problem. I mean, look at Ocarina of Time. Some stuff in there looked like religious symbols. They took it out because they were afraid of the backlash. No, you know what? This is Find Your Flame territory. We're playing Find Your Flame. Yeah, no, I agree in a lot of ways, man. Yeah, the Forces OST is just... It's so weird. Like, it's filled with a lot of stinkers, but it has a lot of good songs, too. It's just the game doesn't play a lot of those good songs, so... It's very... I almost said overrated, not even close. It's very underrated of an OST, just because you never hear the good stuff. God, this rocks. This is definitely going to be a level we don't Doom Wing, because I don't even have the rings for it half the time. See, you know what? This is why I have the music a little bit louder when we listen to a vocal song. I literally cannot hear it. Everything else in the game is overshadowing Find Your Flame. I can't hear the lyrics. I'm gonna turn it back up just for this. I still barely can hear the song, but it's much better than before. Really? I tripped on that. I'm gonna use it here. I think this is a good time for wings if I'm going to need them. Can I... Please? Thank you. Wrong way. Honestly, when I look at the stages for this, I think Chaos Island Act 2 might be my actual favorite stage in this. It's not the best representation, I would feel, of Chaos Island. Like, Act 1 did a much better job. This is just kind of here. The design, like, the half-pipe going into, like, the tunnel thing is kind of weird. Just Doom Morph sections in general just kind of feel like the weakest part. Doom Morph works much better in 3D than it does in 2D, I've noticed. And even then, that's saying a lot, because the power is jank. Like, when you know how to control it, it's not that bad. But, oh, it takes a while to get to that point. Okay, barely can't land. Well, that sucks. That's a lot of my time. I could have winged over everything else, but I don't have the power anymore. Okay, I didn't actually waste nearly as much time as I thought. That's good. Yeah, technically, you're half right and half wrong on that one, CB Productions. It's kind of weird for that reason. The game doesn't track you going through for the achievement to get the S's, to go through both versions of these stages. But in-game tracker for completion on stages does. So it's like, you don't really need to do this, what I'm doing, but it does feel kind of worthwhile to do. Alright, so our last set of hard missions here. Chaos Island. Let's finish these up. Again, we're changing the song, because I just want to hear something different. This time, I'm playing my favorite song, probably from at least the vocal tracks of Sonic Frontiers. I love Breakthrough It All. It's so good. Yeah, I had no rings. Ah! Thought that would make it. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's really gonna be a jump line. What the heck was that? That's a new one. Sure. I remember we said the power could be jank. Just enough. Kind of a shame I picked the mission that's super short to play a song that really takes like 2 minutes to fully get started. Second half, a breakthrough at all, so good. Never gonna hear it if I play it in a mission like this. I don't know why I'm bothering here. I could just menu, but at this point, I felt like this would be faster, and I'm dead wrong on that one. Kind of funny, I went backwards on the main vocal themes for bosses. I guess, yeah, you're not wrong here. You could kind of be snarky about Act 2 because of how, you know, the whole Force 2D section thing, a lot of the overworld stuff is 2D in Frontiers. You're not wrong. It does kind of fit. I'm just not as big a fan of the level design. No, this could be a problem. Yeah. Okay. I can see this is gonna be a... I guess I'm not allowed to take a moment to itch my face. This is gonna be one of those missions that's gonna be a long one because of all this waiting. This is very similar to the mission in Space Call, but to repair. Just more waiting. Oh, great. If I'm faster, I can make that cycle. Final level to play. And it's gone. Probably gonna save time if I kill one more enemy, to be fair. It's Chaos Control. Okay. Okay, I'm doing that this time. I'm getting my Chaos Control. Hey, there you go. Fast enough this time. I'm gonna save this. I don't think it's good to use here. I don't like any of this, by the way. I'm gonna use it here.
This is the ultimate power.
And now you see why I used it there. Good call. I got my ring back. Go platform, go. Go platform, go. Got it. Yeah, I think if you mess one part of that mission up, it's guaranteed an A, not an S. But that's it for all the challenges. That's the final challenge gate. So all we got left now for the completion tracker is just the fight Mephiles in hard mode. After that, that's everything in this hard to lay out version of the white space. And we're gonna have to change the song for this too. Even though I really like the Mephiles theme, I am wanting to change it to something fitting for this too. I'm trying to see if we can find the song. Is the SonicGhost 6 main theme not in this? I thought it was. No, wait, it's in the Sonic Generation side. I don't know if it's in Shadow. I'm back. All hail, boom. Doesn't matter, live and learn when I'm made from. Yeah, there it is, his world. It's kind of in a weird spot. Not gonna lie.
What is this? A seal of some sort?
I don't know what's different in this fight. I haven't heard anything about the Mephiles hard fight, so I don't know. I would assume it's slightly harder, like, patterns. Kind of like what we did with Metal Overlord. Because there's a lot going on for this to be a one-hit KO kind of fight. I don't think they're doing a no-ring challenge again. But we'll find out. Okay, maybe it is a one-hit wonder fight, because there's nothing here. Now, I know a way to speed this fight up a bit. I already showed some of it last time I played this fight. So, I'm going to attack Mephiles before I knock him into a pillar. I'm just not going to go the whole 9 yards for it. Ah, okay. Well, I was holding the button, but it wouldn't let me hold it. Okay. I gotta do it before he goes to the third teleport. Then I can knock him away. Dude, stay still. Thank you. Alright, so count teleports. That's 1, 2, now. Hold the button. Yeah, there you go. That'll do a lot of extra damage. Is that enough to go right in the face, too? Yeah, it is. There's the strat to really speed up the Mephiles fight. And not slap him around as much. That skipped like 1 cycle, I think, with that phase 1.
I'll just take care of it.
Can't see. Well, the real Mephiles, please stand up. Do some extra damage there. Wait for him again. This fight's super fast when you have chaos control ready. Pick it up. And that's it. GG's. Because this will do enough damage to finish the fight. I hope. Yeah, no, it didn't. So if you find the real Mephiles when he does his duplication at the end, and you chaos control, you will end the fight. Because you do 1 extra set of damage to the dude. It's really important. And yeah, in terms of the big, like, Goliath Golem creatures, if you use chaos control there, you can skip a lot of those phases too. This fight is super optimized when you use chaos control. It's actually one of the best boss fights in the whole game. In my opinion, I think it's the best fight. It's fantastic. There's so many references to the original Mephiles fight. Both the first fight and the second fight. Not to mention, they just knocked it out of the park with design. It's so good. But now if I check my records, we're at a full 100% completion. We cleared all the stages. We cleared every single challenge, hard mode. All of it's done, and we got all the collectibles. Technically, we have 100% completed Shadow Generations. We are done. But I will run through the final set of levels. For posterity's sake, we will beat the game 100% tonight. Like, we'll play through everything just to wrap it up. And it only makes sense to do Act 1 and 2 with the Doom Wing still. I'll go for the S's again. It's not the end of the world. We've gone before. I know what to do at this point. So it won't be that bad. But I am going to do this, though. Just like before. I want to play... Oh, I hit the wrong button. I want to play a different version of the song for this level. One that went unused for this game, which is surprising, with 5 different remixes of Radical Highway. They did not bring the ones back from Sonic Generations on 3DS. Which is surprising. I'll do the extended versions this time in case I have a problem and play these stages for too long. So this will make that a little bit better. So, for those who are wondering, yes, this does mean we are playing modern Radical Highways theme. Unfortunately, I know. If you've played the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, or at least heard the OST from that version, you know how bad this theme is. It's infamous. But we're not playing that yet. That's Act 2. Act 1, you get the good one. So don't worry, it's not here yet. This is a classic version of Radical Highway that we're going to be playing first. So this was the version from Sonic Generations 3DS. I'm surprised they didn't even put these songs in as unlockables. But let's do it. Radical Highway from 3DS. This is a classics version. Oh, good start. You're gonna see me do that a lot. I'm trying to figure out how to do the extensions. Excuse me, Felding, down in front. I actually didn't want to take this, but I can work with this. Now, if you know where you're going this level, you don't have to do any of this stuff I'm doing here. I think you can skip the entire sliding section. There's some stupid strats I've seen people apply in this game for Radical Highway. Watch a speedrun of both this and Act 2. It's worth it, trust me. Oops. I'll give it a shot. I think that's barely gonna be past 3 minutes. That was very close to being a sub 3. But I made too many mistakes. If I didn't die, it would have been a sub 3. I don't think it was my fastest time, though. It's close. Oh, no, it is my best time on this file. Interesting. Come on, run. We'll take it. Alright, well, good news and bad news. Good news, we got one more stage left. But bad news, you get to hear the other version of Radical Highway used in Sonic Generations on 3DS. The one everyone hated. This one is kind of there, honestly. I don't hate it as much as other people, but I will admit, it's probably one of the weakest songs from the 3DS version of the game. So, this is going to be the Radical Highway Modern theme. Nope, I missed. That was on range, really? I was shocked. You might start to see why the song wasn't liked the more you get into it. Because I failed one of the jumps. I didn't have enough boost either, which didn't help. I think I'm doing my strat, not the speedrun strat I've seen. Because this is a little safer. I say as I miss my target, so never mind. Yeah, it's probably a small enough file. You're probably not wrong on that one, Matt. The music files in general are small. Especially if you're not using like a full uncompressed version, which I doubt they will in a lot of these cases. No, come on, I didn't do that. Great hitbox like this big. Great, we got to hear this song for even longer. I want to hear the other one again. At least the other one had a better remix. Modern just sounds like dubstep farts. This is what people called it, I'm not kidding. dude. I'm really not good at this chaos sphere thing, as you can already tell. I just want to do it because it looks so cool on the stage. I don't have enough rings from Morph, or Ring in the beginning. There's a really cool strat you can do here, but I can't yet. Okay, I'm making the exact decision. I can only take so much Radical Highway, whatever that is. It's not the best song, as you can imagine. The remix version just kind of eh. So I'm gonna just change it to something else. Because honestly, I can only hear that for so long. It's not good. Very not. Actually, now thinking about it, did they have the original in here? No, probably over on the Sonic side. Oh wait, no, here it is. Vengeance Mine. This is the original. So you'll hear all the versions now by the end of the series, I guess. Why not? Dune 2016 vibe. At least 2016 soundtrack is better than that. Like, its dubstep works really well for what that game is. But that dubstep we just heard from the 3DS Radical is just way too much. That's the only song that was really that bad, too, from that version. The rest of the songs are fine. It's just Radical Highway. They kind of went, for lack of better terms, a little too radical with the remixing. Let me do this, but you know what? I'm gonna work on some rings, see if this is somewhat faster. I don't think it is, because there's like barely any rings here. Yeah, there's not enough rings for getting Doom Wing. If you can get Doom Wing in the beginning and take a shortcut, it would be worth maybe taking a different path. But you're just not getting the wings from that. There's not enough rings. Like, if you're trying to get wings for a run, you really gotta optimize when to go grab rings and when not to. Well, I lost all the time I just saved. I'm just saying. I don't even know if that's faster or not. It's like maybe half a second of that. So I'm probably just better off taking the rail. I'll just do that. If you can get up here, you can get on top of that roadway from the other side. You have to just kind of fly high. And if you do, you can actually take a very, very cool shortcut. Because the top of the roof geometry in a lot of areas, you wouldn't think would be solid, but it is because of Doom Wings. There's a lot of things you can stand on this level. It's insane. I gotta do a jump. I think this one's screwing up. I'm trying to remember what I did last week to do this effectively. This is probably the hardest stage test, right? I think just without doubt. Wing or no wing, it's barely any different. But the speedruns for this are sick. Swag? Question mark? I mean, I didn't die, so we'll take it, sure. I'll still have enough rings by the end of this section to get a 20 pack here. And it doesn't matter when I activate wings because it just takes a while. Ooh, ooh. Help! It's... Oh man, it would have been so cool! I saved myself like 3 different times, dude! I just remember, once I get past this part I'm dealing with now, the rest of this level's smooth sailing. In terms of skipping around. I say that I'm probably still gonna fail because it's me we're talking about here.
Unleash the power!
Huh? That's why I remember being so terrible about this specific strat. You barely have enough height to homie attack. And by barely, I mean you literally barely have enough. You fall like 1 unit down and then you just don't have enough anymore. Would have been enough of an extra life if I had one. I am glad that we don't have lives anymore in modern Sonic titles. We're probably, you know, finally caught up with a lot of them. Now Mario just needs to figure that out because that was like the biggest thing for Mario Wonder. A lot of people didn't care for. Why still have lives? It's definitely like a product of its time. Now, mind you, it wasn't like the end of the world for it to have lives. It's fine. It's just definitely kind of stood out as like the thing it didn't need. Because live grinding in the game was so easy to a point where you just didn't really worry about game overing. And if you did, it just wasn't a problem. It wastes some time, but not much. I want to go this way. I think I'm still fine on time though, shouldn't be a problem. Dude, it's actually possible to go to the very top of this section. It looks so cool. But again, I'm not the best speedrunner on this one. You're not gonna see that kind of stuff from me. Not 245. I was really hoping it would be a sub 245. And that's it. I'll fight the final boss again just for posterity's sake. It would kind of wrap everything up in a nice bow. So we might as well. I'm gonna make sure the music's on default. Because last time we did this, it was with the I Am On remix. Original, I should say. But this is literally it. I mean, I technically didn't need to do the radical stuff. I really just did that just to play the rest of the levels again. So that way we have a little more of the stream. If I finished with the Mephiles fight, I would have already been done like a couple minutes ago.
Between us forever.
So chat, got a question for you. How long do you have to wait in this boss fight for Eggman to tell you you really are the real Shadow, I swear? Because for those of you who don't know, in the original final boss battle of Shadow the Hedgehog, there is a very specific piece of dialogue that's in like the 8-minute mark of the fight. Not even kidding. It's that long in. The whole game's premise is Shadow does not remember anything. So, in Shadow the Hedgehog, you're playing whatever side just to try to figure out your own path in life, essentially. So, he has no idea who he is. There's even a point where he thinks he's an android. In the final boss battle, if you wait 8 minutes, not even kidding on this one, when you're fighting Devil Doom for over 8 minutes, Eggman finally chips in near the end and says, hey, you're the real Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a very, very long waiting period just to hear that specific piece of dialogue. And it's something you already kind of figure as a player. So it's not really that surprising to hear that line. It's just, why is it 8 minutes? It's ridiculous. For those of you who are wondering, the video coming out tomorrow, no, we do not show off the line by sitting there for 8 minutes, but I do actually play the said line in question because I have the actual clip ripped from the game. I don't have to listen to it in Shadow the Hedgehog, thank God. I will say, stick around to the very end of that video for tomorrow. There is a nice little way of ending it.
Perhaps I underestimated your power. Perhaps I should actually start trying.
Hollow threats of a hollow monster. This isn't good.
We wait 8 minutes. The video doesn't end with me waiting 8 minutes. That would be a crime. Again, I have the sound file ripped. I can just play it whenever I want. Look, I can play it tonight if I even want to. It's that easy. You know, in hindsight, before I knew about the Doom Morph strat in this second phase, or Doom Blast, I should say, excuse me, not Morph. Doesn't have to all Doom something, okay? Until learning that, you realize that's like the only mechanic we really don't use, and then Chaos Sphere. Now knowing the other way around, that there is a Doom Blast, you literally just don't use Chaos Sphere in this fight, that's it. It's just a thing in a cutscene, so I don't count it. The player never has to use the Doom Spheres, as the game calls it.
Time to end this once and for all.
I mean, you could shoot Chaos Sphere in this stage. It's just there's no real reason to. You would think it would do something with the eyes on some of the walls, but no, it doesn't. Just kind of a thing. Here's a random sphere. I also learned that attack moves where Shadow is. It's very misleading with the red light effect. I think that's where we're attacking. No, it just follows Shadow's direction. So you can just move around, you can dodge it.
Your future is already decided.
This also, I showed it last stream too. You can literally just let the QTEs go. It does not matter. sake of actually speeding up the fight, though, I'll actually do the QTs this time. Except for the mash one. This one's the same, mashing or not mashing. I don't know why.
I will not be stopped.
I really gotta give you some kind of penalty for not doing a QTE. I'm just saying. And also, please, Sega, please, patch this game with a skip option on this final cutscene. If you replay this fight at all, you cannot skip this. No matter what button, all you can do is pause. And in the pause menu, once again, you cannot skip this. I think this is a massive oversight. All the other cutscenes you can usually skip. And this is just a cutscene, not a QTE sequence. It's a cutscene. So there's no reason for the player not to be allowed to skip this. Have a flag set where if they watch this after the first time, then you can skip the cutscene. That way, if players want to see the scene without skipping it by accident on the first playthrough, they don't skip it. Plenty of games do that. I just don't like on repeat playthroughs. You gotta watch this every time. It's a little, aggressive.
I crafted everything up till now. And yet, you deny.
Also, now think about it. How many remixes of All Hail Shadow are in this? When you count the original, I think that's 4. Because obviously, like I said, you get the original from an unlock. You also get the one from Crush 40. You get this instrumental orchestra cover. You get the boss version of it, which again, instrumental. Then you get the challenge one in the hub. No, that's 5. They got 5 versions of All Hail Shadow in that, just like Radical Highway. They really loved All Hail Shadow as well. Wow. Even though Radical Highway technically beats it by 6. Oh, 7. Excuse me. The Forces remix also. Radical Highway Love is still stronger than anything else. Well, that's it for all the stages, but I'm gonna go back really quick just to Space Colony 1 because I want to show people that QTE thing I keep on referencing. Now that we beat the stage, I think it just makes sense to show it.
I won't let you get away.
But that's it. Our main adventure has now come to an end. We've beaten the whole game, we got 100%. The only thing that's left, and this is something I'll return to later,
I won't let you get away.
the movie DLC comes out, I think they said the 13th. It's all platforms. So I'll be able to play it because I have digital deluxe. So I just get the DLC. It's cool. But I'm not going to play that like moment 1, like I said. I'm going to wait on that one. At least like a week or so. Went the wrong way. See, I'm still trying to learn stuff. Also, there's like a cool thing you can do here I've seen people do. I wonder if I can even try it. No, I'm not gonna try it. Look up a speedrun for this. It's insane. There are already really, really cool strats people found. Like there's just anti-gravity stuff, which of course there is. Like you hit the very corner here with a good stomp, and it's just possible to fly halfway through the stage. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, big. I haven't watched a full run yet, but I'm gonna probably do that soon enough for this. Because I always like watching Sonic speedruns. They're some of the most technical speedruns I've ever seen. Next is Zelda speedruns, because those are crazy too. Oh, speaking of, did you guys hear, if you follow the speedrun scene of any kind, apparently, Wind Waker, the original, has actually now become the fastest version. For years, it was the HD version that usually had a faster, like any %, but now, apparently that's not the case anymore. The GameCube version is fast again, which is insane to think about.
This unleashes the power.
A lot of stuff has changed over the years. I remember when Barrier Skip was first found. Man, that was an exciting time to be a fan of that game. It was a holy grail I've been wanting for literal years. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple different failures here. You can fail this in many different ways. To start, here's what happens if you don't do the QTE at all. As you can imagine, yeah, Rock could kill you. Gee, shocker. Now here's another one. I'm gonna activate Chaos Control. And we're not even gonna interact with the missile at all. So you dodge it, but then you get put back on the previous platform, so you gotta try it again. But now, there's one final way we can fail it. So let's go through the entire sequence until the final button press. This is the one I won't press. You still kick it, it's just really weak. So, once again, it counts as failure. This is the only QTE, to my knowledge, in the entire game that you cannot skip. You have to do it. Because it's the only one that has a failure to it. The rest are give-me's. All the bosses, which are the only other places they put QTEs, and then this stage. It's insane. Which, thinking of it, this is the only stage in the entire game that has a QTE, and I don't know why. They could have done this more, like Force's stage would have been probably a good candidate for a QTE, just saying. Alright, can I turn off the red? I don't want to see red anymore. Prepare your eyes. Ah! Flashbang. That's what it feels like when you turn off the Doom mode. It's so bright. I'll go into the collection room. I'm not going to read all of it. I mean, I am, but I'm just not going to read out loud. I want to look at the Gerald journal. I'm going to read more of this on my own time too, but this journal explains a lot more lore about a lot of different things. Shadow's creation, Maria's illness, Gerald's plans, all that. It's all in here. Again, I'm not going to read it all. In fact, I'm probably going to read more of this on the retro page, Sonic retro page probably, Sonic Wiki. Because a lot of this is in cursive, and some of the cursive I've heard is a little hard to read. Like, all this I can read just fine. I don't know about the later pages, though. So I'm just going to thumb through it really quick. I'm not going to read fully. Definitely, I recommend, if you're watching this stream, pause it at certain points. Or, if you're watching the VOD back later, do the same. What I heard, this kind of booklet is included with the physical release of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Like, there's a physical art book of this, which is cool. This even talks a little bit about Emerald. Like the little robot we saw from the Dark Beginnings animation. The robot that was also featured in Sonic Battle and Sonic Advance 3, technically. There's like, they're two different versions of the same kind of robot. And this is also where we see Maria interacting with the commander as well, which, what was his name again? I even have that written down. I just don't remember it because it was just recently told to us. Let's see, what was his name? Here it is. I have my notes for something else. Abraham Tower. That was his name again. Which I'm shocked they finally gave this dude a name. I'm glad they did. Also, look at the little frog creature Maria's holding. That's the prototype ultimate life form, as a little baby. Little baby lizard. You don't want to see what that thing grows up to be. And she probably would have, because that happened when they're both still alive. Like, the creature fully developed. Yeah, even, like, right there. One of the pictures in the journal even shows it fully developed. Calling it Project Shadow. And this stuff we already knew from Sonic Adventure 2 lore. And then this is when Black Doom... I like how he just has a picture of Black Doom and just scribbles the whole entire thing out. But it's in the shape of Black Doom still, so I can still kind of make him out. Yeah, this is like a very in-depth journal too, and it's kind of an interesting thing that they went this far out of their way to give us more lore for the whole Shadow the Hedgehog stuff in general, Gerald Robotnik and such. Like, it's good we have all this information. Some of it, from what I understand, was, I think, told here and there in like developer interviews, maybe some manuals, but a lot of this information we're getting here is all brand new from the journal. And I'm still shocked that the inhibited bracelets, like, that's now canon. That was never a canon thing in the games outside of one time in Sonic 06. And they never referenced it again. So after they wiped that game from existence, both story and in terms of commercially, wasn't sure if Sega was ever going to reference the inhibitor rings again. Also, I love how Shadow and Maria, again with the backstory we learned already in this, they both attended school. Shadow never did any homework. That's definitely on brand for him. Yeah, this is where it starts getting a little hard to read these memo entries because things are kind of scribbled. And there's a lot of ink smearing. I think this is better translated on wiki pages so far. So if you want to read this and you're having a hard time reading the journals, you can read on external media already, which is nice. Like, good luck on this page. God, oh, jeez. Also, is that a Radical Highway drawing? Even Gerald Robotnik liked Radical Highway. Also, that's binary, too. I wonder, what does that translate to in binary? I have to look at that later. And there's a lot of redacted stuff in this, too, which I don't think that's a thing you can unredact. Property, Eggman Empire, of course. Oh, then you can also, like, pull up the stuff, too. So, this is probably how they're translating it from, like, the wiki side. That would make more sense now, wouldn't it? Again, not reading the whole thing. This is basically the same as we just saw in the memos. I just really wanted to see it there in the picture fronts. So, again, if you want to really read all this, I'm reading it on my own time, too. But I just recommend pausing and getting screenshots of all of it. And again, there's a lot of redacted. I don't know if we have any way of knowing what that stuff could have been. Like filling in the gaps, not 100% sure. There's still more to tell for the said character in future games. So we got plenty of lore to still develop and uncover. There's talk that they're already working on a new Sonic game. We don't know if that's exactly the case yet or not, but there's definitely rumors. I've heard a rumor about Sonic Heroes remake, but to be fair, I've heard the same thing about the Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 ones, and that never happened, so take a lot of that news with a grain of salt. I wouldn't mind one, personally. I would love a Heroes remake, but I don't see it happening. At least not right now. I feel like they would be better off remaking Adventure 1 and 2 for Heroes, personally. That's just me. Again, this story between Gerald Robotnik and Maria is very, very sad. Especially given the context of what Gerald goes through just to save Maria's life. And unfortunately it fails because we know the outcome to both of them. The gun raid. What screws all of Gerald's plans up. I don't think he was really anticipating just how bad it would have been. Like, he knew Gunn was probably going to shut him down after they found out about the Black Arm situation. Him siding with Black Doom and all. I don't think he understood that it was just going to cost his granddaughter her life. Filling in the gaps more, I'm assuming some of these redacted lines were supposed to be Shadow's like actual name, but there was no name at this point, or it was constantly changing because some spaces are like 4 blocks and then some are 3, but based on the subtext, he's talking about Shadow the Hedgehog now. And we even get some information about Eggman's father in this too, like my son and Blank's parents. So we get a little bit of context. Also, that Blank has to be Maria, based on that context too, or maybe someone else. Because I think, wasn't Maria also supposed to have a brother? I think too. I can't remember that fact or not. Supposed to be more than just her and the family. And you can get lore about the Gizoid rampage thing creating artificial chaos. Now we understand why those exist. And I'm glad there's a translation for this, because you're not reading the original scribble. Like, no way. You're not reading this. You need a translation. Yeah, I figured that part on the redacted has to be Maria. I mean, that just makes sense. I'm filling in the gaps. And some of it could have been maybe Shadow's name. But most of it seems like it's Maria. Yeah, my granddaughter blank. It's like, gee, I wonder what that is. And right here, the final page. This is why Jero goes into a spiral and wants to kill all humanity. He finds out based on some log files about the raid on the Ark. And Maria's name's on the list of people who died. And he just blows up and tries to kill everybody. And that had to have a translation. I can read that clear as day. It's definitely worth a full read. I'm gonna probably end up reading more of that on my own time. It's really good. Same for these! Because all of these entries, there's 2 entries per game. Which I find it funny. Sonic Adventure 2 Part 1 and 2, and then Shadow the Hedgehog Part 1 and 2, then Heroes. This makes no sense. Chronologically, how the games happen. Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog. What is with the story order being backwards? The reason why stuff happens in the way they do in the beginning of Sonic Heroes, the Shadow the Hedgehog, it makes more sense. So what is this? And again, if you've played these games, you already know all these stories. I'm not going to read them all. I'm going to just let them sit on the screen for a second. Again, you want to read these? I recommend screenshotting it. Pause video, VOD, stream, whatever you're watching it as. But if you played all these games, you know the contexts of all the story stuff here. So, I played them all. I know the context. I just don't understand why in their Shadow history retellings, they put Shadow the Hedgehog before Sonic Heroes. That makes no sense. Chronologically, this is the 3rd one in the list. And you see, this is why it makes no sense. Right here, this line. To her surprise, she found Shadow sealed in a stasis capsule. The reason why he's in a stasis capsule is because at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, he dies, or at least supposedly. So that's why story-wise, this makes no sense to put after Shadow the Hedgehog. And even right here, the ending line of Heroes Part 2. Shadow sets out on his own adventures and a new meaning for his existence, leading into Shadow the Hedgehog. Who put this ordering in? And then you have this one. Take this one with a grain of salt on story because it technically didn't happen. It retconned itself, as we all know. Shadow really just doesn't have much of an overarching story though in SonicGhost 6. It's mainly just he works for Gun, Mephiles. Stop Mephiles. That's mainly his character arc. There's not much character development to almost anyone in this game besides maybe Elise. And Silver as well. And Forces. Man. It's like, this was weird because if you don't play episode Shadow, he has basically no character in Forces. But this probably focuses more on episode Shadow, where, yeah, he invades Dr. Eggman base, finds one of his subordinates, troops. I don't know what Infinite was at the time, Eggman. I think, no, he's Commander Jackal, I think, at that time. So he's supposed to be a higher ranked officer in his army. Shadow beats him up, then he goes, "I'm not weak!" and then puts on a mask and becomes a bad guy. Not even kidding, that's how the whole plot got started. Copy Shadow, that went literally nowhere. And then eventually he joins the squad and that's it. That's the story. It's like, for the most part, it's not really the Shadow show, it's the Sonic show. So this one feels kind of dumb to have in as a recap. Forces was a game of all time on plot, I'm just saying. Like, you thought the 06 plot was weird. It was. The Forces plot barely existed. But there was a lot of reasons why on that one. A lot of cut content. You know, I'll give you the character bios too. Why not? Yeah, that line I did see myself too, Matt. There is a line of Big in this game talking about meeting the Princess of Soliana, which I found really funny. It's like, wait, we want to even talk about Soliana now? Okay. You're really stretching the line on this. It's supposedly based on how the retcon system happened. The world still exists, but Sonic and the rest of the crew that's the main cast of Sonic 06 don't go there anymore because of the retcon of the story. So it technically still exists in the world, but Sonic, Shadow, Omega, Rouge, like all of them, they don't really go to the area anymore. They might just like visit based on like what Big the Cat says on their own downtime, but story-wise, it doesn't have any real plot significance. But maybe we'll see it in a future game, who knows? They could bring back Princess Elise and maybe actually give her a character this time. She didn't have much going on originally. The damsel in distress. That's mainly her character, which is unfortunate. But that's it for all of the content in this game. So as I thumb through all the art so you can see this one final time. This was a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to play it for half November, but I've already told that story. TLDR, November was just not my month. One of the months of all time. But I'm glad to have gotten to finish it now. Because honestly, I think this is one of the best outings for a Sonic game, period. Like for Sonic, Shadow, any of the main cast. It's a fantastic game. And I've heard so many people praise this. Like, it's to a point where some people say this is one of their favorite Sonic games, period, now. It's insane to think of just this being one of the best, if not the best games in the franchise to a lot of people. And it's really good. I don't blame people for thinking that. I still prefer original Sonic Generations more, but the story in this one, way better. Way better. The story in the original Sonic Generations just didn't really exist. They barely touched on any of the Time Eater stuff. It was just a nugget thrown in every like 30 minutes, if that. For like 1 or 2 minutes. The story definitely felt like one of those things that were rushed to get the game out for its anniversary. But for this game, it seems like they gave the writers a lot more time. And to be fair, there's a different writing team compared to what was back in the day for like Sonic Generations. And that writing staff, from what I understood, I don't think played any of the Sonic games at that time. They had no idea about any of the Sonic lore, so they were just working with what they had. But the writing team this time, like, they know what they're doing. Like, one of the people on the writing staff for this was Ian Flynn. And people know him real well from the Archie series, because he's done so much of the work there. So he's known for continuity. I'm just glad at least the story here made a lot more sense for everything that's happening. I guess the only real thing that doesn't make that much sense is how is Rouge on this side of White Space and the other side where the two Sonics are. They don't really explain her going back and forth there, but that's more of a byproduct of they never thought this far ahead. So, in my headcanon, it's implied that she just goes back and forth, like, in between our stage runs. And then right before the ending, she swaps out the real Chaos Emerald with the fake emerald that Sonic has. Because again, that definitely feels like a afterthought situation of, wait, we didn't think about that 13 years ago. How do we write that back into the plot? Because they never show it. But outside of certain little plot holes like that, I mean, you can kind of excuse some of those plot holes. They're implied things. They don't have to show these story beats to really get the point across. Outside of those little hit or miss things in the story, for the most part, it's a very, very good told story, and much better than the original Sonic Generations, 100%. Also, Black Doom, can I just say, you're the luckiest villain in this franchise, it feels like, or one of them. He just happened to appear right for the time eater situation. And then he uses the white space area to his full effect. Gee, right place, right time. Am I right, fellas? Anyways, you want to go to Radical Highway? I think it's cool. But that's it. That's all for Shadow Generations. I'm done with this. Again, there is the movie DLC, which is supposed to have a good amount to it. I think it's supposed to be 2 full acts and some challenges. I don't know if there's any more than just that. That's what I've heard so far. And that comes out later, I believe, this week. But I'm not going to play it right away. Probably wait a week or 2 on that return once it's been out for a little bit. But that's going to do it for this game. Before I end tonight, though, as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow on YouTube is the finale of Shadow the Hedgehog, but we're not going to be done with the series just yet. If you know how that game is structured, there's still more to come. Even though you technically beat the whole storyline, there's still one more playthrough to do. That playthrough, well, let's just say, if you're around for those Pikmin bonus streams, or bonus stream, I should say, on YouTube, I could do something similar there. I'll just say that. But I'll have more information to share probably on Thursday, once the main adventure wraps up. For now, check out the second to last episode, which, that one, we finish up the Pure Hero pathway. I recommend checking that out. Again, have some special stuff planned for Shadow the Hedgehog once it wraps up with the Expert mode. Let's just say that. Stay tuned. That's all I got, though, for you guys tonight. So thank you all for watching this. It was a lot of fun. And I'll have some more information to share in just a few days. Check the community tab and socials for updated stream information, because I am not streaming on Thursday. That's the big one I want to mention. That's why I say I'll have more information to share that day, but we're not streaming that day. There's some stuff going on Thursday, so I'm not going to be around for it. So because of prior engagements for me on that day, we're going to skip. So, like I said, keep an eye on the socials. This is the only stream for this week on Twitch. May have something planned for YouTube later in the week, but that's all I'm going to say for now. That's going to do it, though, for tonight. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Take care and have a good night, everybody.